today's news, BVI Hospital granted full accreditation from DNVGL. Limited funds, HINDER ROADWORKS heads Minister RYMER. Union head addresses concerns of Elmore Stout High School teachers and self-driving car in Rotary's Grand Raffle. Viewers, these are more stories when 284 News return.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, you enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Over there. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Looks like Johnny's ex-girlfriend finally found my car.
You've got CG. You're fine. I'll never forget the year those monkeys stole my car. They drove it over a cliff, burned the seats, and carved the words pineapple banana smoothie into all the doors. And that was after they used it for the bank heist. I don't blame them. It's their favorite smoothie, and I refuse to share the recipe.
No deductible for theft, malicious damage, and more. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Welcome, viewers, to the Tuesday, September 19th edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Leading today's news, the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital has been granted full accreditation from the esteemed accrediting body DNVGL, making it the first Caribbean institution to be recognized by the organization. Acting Chief Executive Officer of the BVI Health Services Authority, Dr. Jude Samuel, made the announcement during the recent Patient Safety Day ceremony, which was held at the hospital's lobby on Friday. The achievement follows the initial accreditation in 2020, which necessitated follow-up evaluations by DNVGL. Following the final successful assessment, the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital is now the proud recipient of a comprehensive 3-year accreditation certificate.
Earlier this year, we had to undergo our survey, and we had come to the end of a 3-year cycle, right? So the survey earlier this year was intense. And we did have surveys come and find things, right? So we did have some findings that we had to correct. But we are amazingly proud and so happy. 2 days ago, Rhonda called me because we kept saying, well, we're not hearing back from these people, what's happening? 2 days ago, she went into her junk mail and she found, Damien, can I get my thing? 2 days ago, she went into her junk mail and she found our certificate from DNV Management System. This is to certify that the BVI Health Services Authority has been found to conform to the Quality Management System ISO 9001:2015, and it is valid from the 15th of August through 2023 to the 14th of August 2026.
DNVGL boasts an accreditation list that includes over 635 hospitals within the United States and approximately 15 other hospitals spanning Brazil, China, Iceland, Slovenia, Czech Republic, and Thailand. Well, the BVI Health Services Authority said that choosing the DNVGL program was in alignment with their unwavering dedication to patient safety and quality. The Minister for Health and Social Development, Honorable Vincent Wheatley, congratulated all who played a role in the process that led to the accreditation.
I just want to congratulate the acting CEO and all who were involved. It wasn't a one-man job, I am sure. So I give thanks to all who were involved in making this happen. It's a great thing to receive for the next 3 years. We'll be accredited. So we look forward to greater and greater things. Thank you for all the hard work that went into making this a reality.
The acclaimed DNV-GL accreditation integrates the National Integrated Accreditation for Healthcare Standards with ISO 9001 and ISO 15189 standards for healthcare and medical laboratories, respectively. Well, through meticulous evaluations, seasoned healthcare experts gauge the BVI Health Services Authority's proficiency in ensuring a secure environment for patient care, enlightening patients about diagnosis and treatment risks and options, upholding patient rights, including privacy, assessing patient conditions throughout treatment phases, safeguarding patients and staff from infections, and preparing comprehensively for potential emergencies. Well, limited funding is the bane of the Ministry of Communications and Works efforts to address the territory's deteriorating road networks and secondary roads. Well, that's according to Minister for Communication and Works, Honorable RYMER, who told the House of Assembly last week that the ministry is operating in a narrow fiscal space despite the extensive infrastructural work for which it is responsible.
And Madam Speaker, in summary, there is limited funding to address the territory's road network and secondary roads. However, upon completion of the actual plans, all roads in all districts will be addressed in order of safety and road conditions. And Madam Speaker, as the Premier has stated publicly, we are seeking to get loan funding so we can address our entire road infrastructure. Well, Madam Speaker, it's just like anybody, we want to get these things achieved, but with the lack of funds, it makes it quite difficult. And I have asked, and the Premier has agreed and stated publicly that he will be seeking loan funding so that we can get these roads addressed. And there's no way possible for us to be able to get the road infrastructure done based on the budgetary confinement, based on the fiscal space that we have within the budget. Madam Speaker, we speak about a $400 million budget, but when in actuality, the Ministry of Communication and Works has allocated $12 to $15 million of that budget for capital works, and of that $12 to $15 million, it's assigned to the administration complex, to the Eastern Langlois Sewage Project, to the Board Point Sewage Project, to Kinganbe Sewage Project. So when in actuality, there's very little funds to get much achieved, but Madam Speaker, it makes no sense sitting, given a timeline, when I have no control over what monies I get, but I will continue to fight for the funds so that we can get these roads achieved and these roads paved, Madam Speaker.
At the time, RYMER was facing a line of questioning from Representative for the 2nd District, the Honorable Melvin Mitch Turnbull, regarding plans to undergo road works in the 2nd District. While RYMER was able to provide updates and noted progress in several areas, others, he said, were not possible at this time due to a lack of funds. More specifically, the minister told the House of Assembly that in the case of needed roadworks in Ants Hill and Luck Hill, current budgetary allocations do not allow for these projects to be executed. In the case of the road from Rudy's to Foxy's Joss Van Dyke and the Windy Hill resurfacing and overlay, the minister provided the following updates and outlooks for the continuation of these projects.
As it relates to the road network and Joss Van Dyke from Rudy's to Foxy's, 500 linear feet of the most flood-prone road extending from behind Foxy's was addressed with a reinforced concrete road and drainage improvement as the first phase of this project by the Public Works Department. The next phase of this road is to include an additional 2,000 linear feet of road network, inclusive of the areas from Rudy's to Foxy's and the area from the Joss Van Dyke School to Foxy's. The designs and bill of quantities have been completed. Madam Speaker, however, due to as we go through the budgetary process, we would hope to gain the funds to have these roads completed. Has been executed in phases. Madam Speaker, over 520 linear feet of the Windy Hill Road was restored. Two sections of the Windy Hill Road were a combination of retaining walls to rebuild the undermined areas of road, along with the casting and restoration of that section of the road. Madam Speaker, the Public Works Department has completed the designs and the estimates for the restoration. An additional 4,000 linear feet off on the cliff side to include the removal of failed concrete. Refill and recasting of that section of road is required. There's currently no funding at the moment, but hoping to have it addressed in the upcoming budget cycle.
The minister also provided an outlook for plans to address priority areas, including the road from Soldiers Hill to Brewers Bay, Mount Healthy, and King Garden Bay, once the asphalt plant has been commissioned.
Madam Speaker, the portions of road between Soldiers Hill to Brewers Bay constitute a primary road. This area will be addressed as a matter of urgency for resurfacing upon the commissioning of the asphalt plant. Madam Speaker, as Mount Healthy is a priority road, it will be addressed as a matter of urgency, again, upon commissioning of the asphalt plant. Given the extensive sewage work that needs to be completed in King Garden Bay, the Public Works Department will temporarily overlay the road until the completion of the sewage works.
In the case of Mabea Road, Minister RYMER reported that the ministry was in active discussions with residents of that area regarding access to the road for intervention, as the road there is classified as a private road. But this classification was challenged by the District 2 representative, who said that to his knowledge, the Mabea Road was public. Another point challenged by the District 2 representative was the minister's assertion that the Spooners Road infrastructure project was the responsibility of the Ministry of Environment, Natural Resources and Climate Change. Honorable Turnbull shared that during his period holding the ministerial responsibility for natural resources, he had discovered that the ministries held joint responsibility for that area. RYMER's assertions, however, were that while Public Works does not hold responsibility nor the funding provisions for that project, it stands ready to assist with the undertaking of the necessary works.
Spooners Road infrastructure is the responsibility of the Ministry of Environment, Natural Resources and Climate Change. Provisions for the funding to pave these access roads is also with that ministry. However, communications and work to Public Works continues to stand ready to assist and to grade where necessary to enhance the road conditions in Spooners.
Up next, President of the BVI Teachers Union addresses concerns of the Elmwood Stout High School teachers. With this and more stories, after a word from our sponsors.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Rashford made it. Manchester United have come from behind to lead.
At home or on the go, watch CCT Live. Download our app and carry your favorite TV shows, news, or live sports anywhere you go. Visit cctbvi.com/live, select your package, and tune in. When you're in need of air conditioning, installation, repairs, or replacement services, Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration has the professional technicians, equipment, parts, and ACs to get the job done right. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration carries top brands like Daikin, Aircon, Mitsubishi, and more. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
located in Fish Bay. Telephone 340-4114 or 343-9511. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, providing exceptional services to the British Virgin Islands since 2015.
At VI Motors, we've got it. All your vehicles, we've got it. All your auto parts, we've got it. Everything you need, we've got it. We've got oil. It's stock. We've got batteries. It's stock. We've got tires. It's stock. Even brakes. Yes, sir. Yes! VI Motors, pioneering the automotive industry in the Virgin Islands since 1966 with leading brands like Toyota, Chevy, and Honda. We even do custom orders. We have all the top brands in automotive parts as well, so you know you're getting quality. Come visit us at Duff's Bottom, Tortola. Go to our website at vimotors.com or just call us at 494-2496. Remember, VI Motors, we've got it. All your vehicles, we've got it. All your auto parts, we've got it. Everything you need, we've got it. We've got it.
Welcome back, viewers. President of the BVI Teachers Union Association in the BVI, Mr. Sean Henry, in an exclusive interview with our Ron Grant, spoke about the situation that took place on Friday, September 15, 2023. On Friday, teachers engaged in a sit-out in an attempt to have their grievances heard. Henry first shared the role of the Teachers Union Association.
We are the organization based on the teachers of the BVI who look out for the benevolence of teachers, basically. We look out to see that conditions of work are based on their human rights and so forth, and follow the best practices of proper employment practices and human rights when it comes to the teachers in the BVI. We look and make sure that their environments are safe. We also make sure that the terms and conditions of work are safe. We look at there are no unfair expectations that are put forward in front of them. We basically, if you want to put it, are the voice of the teachers. Based on the fact that if one teacher gets up and speaks, you can ultimately pinpoint that teacher and probably organize to silence them.
As it relates to the various grievances of the teachers, Henry spoke about how it all came full circle.
I was made aware of it. My vice president contacted me on Friday and told me that the teachers were taking a solidarity action. Apparently the technical department were nestled in weeds, as you may put it. Their area was not cut and prepared for them to enter the classrooms. I could remember one of the teachers telling me that as they were walking on the corridor, they were tripping over the weeds that grew up and went along the corridor. I did go and check, and the situation was there. You can see where the weeds have grown high in certain areas, which is not safe if you have to look at it from a perspective of an institution where you have kids, students that are on their own, up and down. So they chose to hold their classes under the tent until that would have been rectified. And I think it took the major part of the week before they were actually finally on Friday. I think they were told that, well, this issue would have been cleared by Monday, which is this Monday.
Today.
Yeah. I did pass on the weekend and realized that they were doing some cutting. But at the end of the day, now with that focus, then, all the different issues now are coming out because the teachers are now standing in solidarity. So they're able to explain
in support of this
wrong.
technical department, their colleagues.
Yeah, so it started there and then it just blossomed into this.
He then outlined what the needs and concerns of the teachers are.
I kind of separated it into three areas. I started with the yard, the basic aesthetics. Well, the yard needs to be prepared for the new year. I had initial conversations. I spoke to the powers that be about the condition, the basic condition. And this is not even from a point of the teachers. They may give me flack for that, but I was looking out more for the children.
Okay.
Because if you go on a campus, you don't get a feeling where you are in a learning environment. It's almost like you're in a construction zone still. And that's
the tone that you get from
that,
Woodstock
yes.
High School. Okay.
So the incompleteness of the campus would now set the child to be in a particular mind frame. They're not settled. They can't just come out and be relaxed into an environment. It's crazy. I was wondering if they could have some gravel placed on some of the open areas to keep down the dust and so forth.
Understood.
Because of dusty, cut the grass so you can keep down that. Luckily, we don't have enough rain, but as the rain pick up, the weeds around would be nesting inside for mosquitoes and all. So all of that.
The overall
comes into
maintenance.
play.
And,
Yes.
and what else was presented?
We're looking at the classroom now. Main issue: classrooms are hot. And especially, we don't have a lot of wind. We're looking at the classrooms that are nestled, especially. Like you have the buildings, I think there are 3 or 4 buildings. Those buildings that are in between the 2 outer buildings are not going to get a flow as the outer ones are going to take. The building, the L-shaped building, the houses on the other side now are cutting down and the flow of ventilation, so they get hot. So they're asking for fans. They're also speaking about some of the electrical infrastructure is failing. You have to share plugs and overload plugs and to that aspect. And then you go from not having enough ventilation to those areas that do have ventilation. Is air condition. Those air condition needs to be maintained because there's a presence of mold. How do we know they're mold? There are teachers that are sensitive to it. I am unfortunately, not very sensitive to mold. I can't tell if it's there. I could smell if it's, but
Understood.
There are some teachers, they just have to pass on the
And they
outside
would, based on
and
their health
their
conditions.
body react instantly. And unfortunately, we have those teachers in those areas. So the classrooms need to be demolded, and something needs to be done about that.
Understood.
Either that you have a consistent cleaning schedule or something, but the mold also was a problem in the classroom themselves.
The matter of lack of communication, Henry said it's an excuse.
I can be painfully honest, and at the end of the day, honesty is the best policy. This isn't a matter of communication. This is a matter of kicking the can.
Okay.
We've been speaking about this over the years, and I would like to think that those persons who are in authority would understand that these are the things that you can perceive out of these situations. If I put a classroom here and I realize that that building is blocking and that building is blocking, I should perceive that, hey, that is going to get hot. And over the summer, when we had that heat, the summer's heat, that would indicate that, hey, we're going to have a hot beginning of the season. So to say that communication breakdown, I think it is a matter that we are looking away from it.
Understood.
And I think that we are trying to push as much as we can where people can forget it or people not speak about it, because it has been said all of this time, which means that you technically need to have these as benchmarks that you're going to meet as you're opening. When I'm opening campus, grounds, is it cut? Is it set? Is it ready to accept our students? Second, are my classes comfortable for my students? These are things that we should go through. So saying that you need to be told every single year that this is the case, it kind of messes me up when you say that there's a communication breakdown. That's like me having to tell the child that I'm teaching every single time the particular method that he should do to solve a problem every single time he's about to solve a problem. That is crazy.
Viewers, for that full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. Up next, self-driving luxury car up for grabs in ROTARY'S Grand Raffle, and ALIYAH Boston named AP's Rookie of the Year. With these stories, when 284 News return.
That's out. That's 6. That's out. great service and fast claims response, we're like a home match that isn't played at your actual home. CG Insurance. Good like that.
My turn. Oh, come on, guys.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Residents across the territory will have the opportunity to win a luxurious 2024 Chang'an Unity vehicle once successful in the Rotary Club of Central Tortola's Grand Raffle. The brand is the latest addition to the showroom of Tortola Auto Group and is presently rated as the #1 Chinese brand, ranking first among China's top 10 homegrown automobile brands in terms of passenger car sales. Was speaking at the launch of the raffle recently, President-elect of the Rotary Club of Central Tortola, Anil Daniel, encouraged residents to come out and participate in the raffle, as all the proceeds will be channeled towards a good cause.
I want to also wish the public to really participate in this car raffle, because as a club, you know, we are mandated that every fundraising that we are doing, it goes back to good use in our community. And this year we want to continue our agenda by sensitizing the awareness of environmental preservation, which we have continued to do across the BVI, especially for our mangroves, as well as, you know, focusing on the education part of improving on the illiteracy part, which affects, you know, the general public. We want to ensure that the youth of today and tomorrow can also, you know, be equipped, fully educated to take on the challenges of today.
Daniel also provided the dates for the respective draws, announcing that a grand draw will be held on Friday, December 22nd, 2023.
We actually have 4 early bird specials, and I'm just going to name the dates. We do have November the 10th, November the 24th, December the 8th, December the 15th, and our grand prize, which will be held on December the 22nd. Now, it's only $10. $10 goes a long way. I would like to encourage everyone. It's your responsibility as well to push the Rotary agenda, not just for Central Club of Tortola, but Rotary International on the whole, because what we are doing today is really to push for positive effect, positive impact, and to help the wider world challenges.
Immediate past president of the Rotary Club and managing director of Najico, Shan Mohammed, also encouraged residents to take part in the raffle, which is priced low at $10 per ticket.
We are all here for common cause. We believe in our BVI. We believe that we must do good for our community, that each of us have a role to play, and that we must not underestimate or take for granted the commitment we have made, not only from a corporate level, but as a Rotarian. It's a serious oath, it's a commitment. So I am, Peter G. Vance, I'm particularly pleased to see so many Rotarians and friends of Rotary. It's important that we come out. And again, I want to say, please support the Rotary Club of Central Tortola annual raffle. 100% of the funds goes right back into the community. We have some amazing projects. You can tell how we're both at Rotary and Najico. We have a lot to do. We want your support. And I think at the end of the day, you also get something back of value and not just an ordinary car. I think the president-elect, Anil, said so much more about the car. I feel like he is selling for tag, but you know, it's an amazing feature, the first car of its kind.
Meanwhile, Inventory Compliance Manager at TAG, Dinesh Ramal, said his company is proud to partner with the Rotary Club and the other sponsors to support the cause.
On behalf of TAG, we are extremely happy to be working in partner with the Rotary Club of Central Tortola, along with the other co-sponsors. TAG is the home of Hyundai and is now the home of Changan. So we are extremely happy to be part and parcel of this activity. In terms of Rotary, TAG as well as Rotary, we look out for the community, we look at the youth, and we look to try to see how much we can help and give a lending hand.
Viewers, that's all we have for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.